Final semi-final of the day, INEOS Britannia, Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
The wind test, and this race is live.
All I'm going to say is, oh, this start could be a shaky one. Wait and see. Alinghi Red Bull Racing had a ripper of a start last time out, but the wind was better.
And Alinghi Red Bull Racing look like they've come off the foils here.
No,
but
no.
They need to tack.
They're off the foil.
They need to tack here and make sure they're within the boundary. Otherwise they will get a boundary penalty, which they do not need. So they've got a big job now to try and re-accelerate. The boat does not want to accelerate forward here in these light conditions when you spin it that hard in displacement mode. So Alinghi
INEOS Britannia well late into the gate.
Too late, past 2:10.
So Alinghi Red Bull Racing asking for a 15-minute delay, but I feel they may have pulled their card too late.
Unfortunately, the delay card needs to be requested before the warning signal.
So you heard there from Mel Roberts. Penalty.
This is the umpires. Boundary penalty Switzerland. Boundary penalty Switzerland.
So the Swiss team absolutely needing to accelerate here. Very, very light where they are. So they will need to accelerate, get the boat foiling, enter, and then try and make the start.
They're up with 60 seconds to go and aiming towards the start line. Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Could you ask for anything more? But they have the penalty.
Penalty, failed entry Switzerland.
INEOS Britannia off the foils.
Oh, this is all on. So the Swiss still have to enter and clear their penalty. So the penalty will be a get behind penalty. So they still have to be behind the British at the start. So they've got to time their run now to make sure they're behind, watch the penalty, and then stay in the race.
INEOS Britannia up to pace.
So Alinghi Red Bull Racing will need to tack and dip, watch their penalty.
Big push.
We are finally racing in the last Louis Vuitton Cup semi-final of the day.
British rolling immediately into attack there, just keeping their boat on the foils. Big deep cambers in their sails, so max power there on INEOS Britannia, doing a nice job.
Good pressure here.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing needing to wash off that penalty. Not sure how far they've got to go with that penalty, but they should be fairly close.
Copy. They continue, they cack. I think we cack on them. Yeah.
Bottom.
5, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Penalties clear. Penalties clear.
It's all about who can keep foiling, and I look at the two boats, and Alinghi Red Bull Racing look to have, you know, the harder time keeping the boat up all the time. INEOS looks just a little bit more comfortable. They can throw the boat round. The boat looks just a little bit more forgiving.
Makes sense. There is the same in front. Let's get to the speed.
Every manoeuvre high risk. I mean, you've really got to save it from maximum wind pressure. You've been so smooth in execution.
Nice hit in 2. Getting close here. Okay. Stand by here. All good. 2.
The INEOS boat just looks a little bit easier to sail, and it keeps foiling at quite a low speed. That's why I just look out the window. Alinghi Red Bull Racing did a jibe, and they did a big sideways skid. They saved it. They keep the boat on the foils.
Little past it. Yeah, a little past it. Yeah.
Really big foil ventilation there, as Peter said, and popped back up again. They just were lucky that they had enough boat speed. Alinghi Red Bull Racing, as we're watching INEOS Britannia have to execute well. See the depth of the mainsail there. Absolutely as deep as you can get it. for max power. Sailing the boat nicely. You see the big right-hand shift there of the British, that big wind, so picking some really nice lanes on this upwind. INEOS Britannia and the coaching team will be happy that the guys are sailing with their eyeballs open.
It looks like with the right breeze and increase in pressure, it's just sort of wafted in. They've now got between 8 and 10 knots across the course.
British still having to execute every manoeuvre really well there. And in these lighter conditions, the foils not going as fast through the water as they are when the boats are going quicker in big breeze, so having to work a little harder, a little bit more flat down, so a little bit like an aeroplane wing with a slow-flying aircraft where you put the flaps down. Lee McMillan looking over the side there, watching the ride height, looking at his camera, looking at the spray rails. You see the orange mark there as a ride height guide for him, plus the tips. Very important job for all the teams.
INEOS Britannia steaming into the bottom gate to complete their 4th leg. They won't be mucking around, 2 legs to go. They want that solid advantage in the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals. They come in at pace, coming in hot.
Stand by here, Leroy. Okay, and forward. 2, 1, made. Quite well. Okay, quite go wide.
That choreography between both the foil trimmers super important, both independently controlling their foils, plus potentially the pitch trim of the boat. Really, really important there to get right.
Nice pressure in 2. Yeah, long tempo head.
Nice pressure on the right. Then 1 more lap to push me.
Ryan Metro and Nicola Rala, flight control for Alinghi Rebel Racing. Their oppos, Lee McMillan, Glenn Mont, they're sort of doing the same job on Alinghi Rebel Racing, flying the boat. They're actually in the flight positions well forward on the boat. And Nicola there concentrating hard on flying the boat accurately. The more accurately you, as a foil trimmer, you fly the boat, the better the performance. So absolutely super critical job, as is steering and trimming the sails. It's a real juggle, 3D sailing.
Pressure back in 5.
There's a real dialogue between both sides on INEOS Britannia, and I'm not sure we're quite hearing that to the same extent on Alinghi. You know, decisions seem to evolve on INEOS Britannia. They're discussed in advance.
Got to be intuitive, don't they? Don't know what the other's sort of thinking. And they just have pure trust in each other that what they've decided is the way to go. INEOS Britannia, the official challenger of record, are steaming home on the first day of the Louis Vuitton Cup finals. And when they cross the line, they will go 2-0 against Alinghi Red Bull Racing. What a start to the day of the semi-finals. Confirmation of that win. 1 minute and 37 seconds. The first one was 2 minutes and 5 this time.
You watch for the reach.